Well, hello and welcome to Privars Fiskeflur. Today we're gonna tie this adhesive tape shrimp. This is a fly of my own design. I made it very simple for you. This is a plain old shrimp made by easy materials. It's very fast tie, and I'm gonna show you how I tie this fly. Very simple and nice and effective fly. Follow on. Well, I'm gonna tell you a little about the materials I used in this fly. This is a hook like that. Partridge saltwater shrimp size 6. And for the legs for this, placed in the dubbing loop, I use this long fibered dubbing from Fly Touch Dungeon. I don't quite know the name, but you can use like that dubbing. And I made a dubbing loop out of GSP to make the legs. And I have this homemade eyes in fluorescent orange for eyes. And I also have this craft fur in grizzly for the antennas and mouth parts. Sorry, the antennas is of course this flashaboo in pearl from Fly Touch Dungeon. It's very stiff and it works very nice for antennas. And for coloration of the body, I'm gonna use this gray pro marker, instant marker in cool gray as the bottom, and some barrings with some permanent marker from Edding in very fine tip permanent marker like this. And the tying thread I've been using this time is mono, 0.1 mono, very thin, strong. And I've used some tools, Stonefall dubbing spinner, well, and whip finish tool. I used this Stonefall petite comb with a velcro on one side and comb on the other. Use some Stonefall bobbin, needle, well, and in the dubbing loop I use some Swix ski wax to make it all stick, and I build the body of transport tape, adhesive tape from 3M, and that's about it, I think. Yes, that's what I used. Of course I also used this as a dubbing ball between the eyes. Well, that's all I had. So follow on and see how I tie this fly. I start off by putting a hook in the vise and attach my tying thread. It's gonna be mono for this fly. Snip it off, go forwards, and just to the hook band. And I take my craft fur, grizzly craft fur, take my scissor, snip some of it off like that, and take away the fluffy stuff and the longest fibers. Touch it to the front. It's gonna be the mouth part of the shrimp, and take your scissors and just snip this off in an angle like that. Clean it up, tie down like that, and take that away. You take some pearl flashy dubbing of your choice and make a dubbing ball of this and wind it around the hook in this fashion. This is gonna be a divider for the eyes and the antennas. And then antennas is gonna be this kind of material, flashable in pearl. I take one strand and point it forwards like that. I take the other one to the other side, so it divides, one on each side, and snip off approximately the length. I'm gonna cut it shorter later. You take now your eyes. I use this homemade eyes with fluorescent orange. Pick out a nice bunch of it like this. Well, and attach it to the side of the hook. Use the natural curvature of the mono and drag it to the desired length like that. Snip the remains off. Take the other part and use your rotation of the vise. This is the Norwise, for those who might want to know. I know there's a lot of guys that very into vices, like I am. I love fly tying vices. Okay, now it's good attachment to the hook. And now I want to have some more of this stuff as the front part, like over the eyes. Over the eyes, yes. It's gonna be perfect. And just as the last time, snip it off in an angle so you won't get those funny endings. And take your Velcro brush. I have this from Stonefo. Brush out this little dubbing ball a little bit. Now I'm gonna make a loop, and I want some strong thread, and I have this GSP thread. It's very strong. I make this loop like that, attach it with my tying thread, go down, snip off the waists like that, and tie it over itself like that. This is gonna be where all the legs are gonna be, inside. Okay, tie down. You can, if you want, and I really want, make this very nice and secure, and put some super glue on this like that, just like that. Alright, now I'm gonna find out where I put my tape, adhesive tape. So I'm gonna have a little look for it. I got it. And to make sure you had enough, just peel off right amount. Think about that. This is gonna be the body. You can peel this off either ways, like that, and as you see, it's very full of holes, and it's very easy to just peel off like that. See what I did? I peel off a very thin layer. I put that a little aside now, because now I'm gonna take my thread and just make a little whip finish. I'm gonna reach out for my whip finisher. I'm gonna attach the thread later, but now I don't want this in my way, so I just make a little ending of that. Put the thread aside on my thread post, because this is a Norway's. I'll also have a thread post and a little super glue to make it stay there. Okay, now I'm gonna build up my body. I start off by attaching my tape at the top and go down like that, and I'm gonna tear off the front part that I don't want. You can stretch this tape a little if you want, and back to the hook eye, go up again, stretch it, maybe that's a little too much, but why don't I just go down now and finish this off like that. Yeah. Now I take my attach my thread again, because this is mono thread. It's gonna be invisible when I use it, so we don't mind. Now I'm gonna put some of this dubbing into the loop, and I'm gonna find my tool. Where did I put it? Well, I found it. This is a dubbing spinner. Well, and now I'm gonna start by finding my wax, because this material is pretty damn slippery, so I don't want the materials to just go up and down on this loop. I want it to stay where I put it, so I put some wax on it on each side, and I take some of this dubbing, tear up a little part of it and put it into the loop like this. It's a bit slippery, this. I think that's okay. Just put on my tool now. Like that. Try to make the material go into the loop. Like that. It's not gonna be so. Now I'm gonna spin it. Okay, some may see that this is like a mess, but I don't, because now I'm gonna take my mono over this, and I'm gonna attach this on the underside of the shrimp, like that. Go down, go down, go down, go down on this. Like that. And some wrappings now, and it's all gonna be very nice. Try not to cut your thread. I avoided cutting my thread. That's a good thing, I think. See, now I have to make this and not use too much force so we break our thread. And I'm gonna take my Velcro brush now, just to take out all the materials in the dubbing loop and let them just go forwards like this. Why I don't cut my thread yet, that is because I want to have a little rescue plank if everything's go AWOL here. If the dubbing loop will peel off or whatever. But all things seems to be very nice now. So I already made a whip finish on this. So I cut it off like that. Put that aside and wet my fingers. And I'm gonna take now maybe some little color. I'm gonna color it. I'm gonna use the gray one on the bottom. Take out some stragglers here. Just cinch a little gray on the top there. Just a little bit. Little bit, and I'll take my very fine point of permanent black marker and make some ribbings on this, or barring, like that, and I cover it all up with some Gorilla Glue. I use my dubbing needle, take one piece of this notepad block of paper, and I take my dubbing needle, and I'm gonna share you a secret. I use this for applying the glue because I have the point of this is very thick, as you might see. So take a little dab of it onto the paper and carefully attach it to my dubbing needle and use my 2 fingers and attach this on the top. Some stragglers are gonna follow with me, but you can cut them off when the glue has cured. Of course, if you have some UV resin on this, you can use it, but I don't have that. I don't want it. But if you can stand it, that's alright. Try to cut off some of the stragglers. Cover some of the thread wraps because this is a kind of epoxy. You don't want this to run down into your legs on the fly. So I have this drying wheel onto this. I'm gonna put it onto that later on. So this is the finished adhesive tape shrimp. It's worked very well for me, and it has this fluorescent eyes. You have the epoxy on the back. You have the shiny thing on the leg. You have the black darker mouth parts. It's very solid, this fly, because this Gorilla Glue on the top make it all go very solid. It swims very fine in the water and looks nice even on a bright sunny day. But that's all I had for you, and I thank you all for watching my video, and please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and I assure you will always get the latest videos from me. I posted now over 343 videos at the moment, so more will come, I promise you. Okay, bye and tight lights.